What's going on, everybody? Dark Hour 717 here, and I am out on Auec, Area 18 to be specific. And today we are going to take a look and do a walkthrough of the M2. The Crusader Hercules series has released. It is in PTU, and we're going to take a look at the M2. I know there's a lot of videos out there on the C2. I got the M2 myself because I actually own an A2, which isn't going to be released until 3/15. So I have an M2 as a loaner. So we're going to do a brief and kind of detailed walkthrough of it so we can see what the differences are. Before we get started though, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and follow on Twitch. And don't forget to get your entries in for May's giveaway of the Consolidated Nomad. Details will be at the end of the video on how to do that. And also take a look at Auec's Fang. If you're looking for an org to get in with and be a part of, simply send us an application. We'll be happy to consider you. So as I stated, the Crusader Hercules Starlifter has launched into the PTU, and a lot of people are loving this ship. Came out with the C2 variant and the M2 variant. There is a third, which is the A2, but the A2 won't be being released until 3/15 is the anticipated time frame when that bomb tech comes out, because that thing is gonna have bombs, and I am looking forward to that. But what we're going to take a look at today is the M2, which is the militarized variant of the C2. There's some slight differences between the two, but we're going to head down to the hangars right now, pull that out so that we can get a look at it. So let's go. Alright, so here we are in the M2, and I've just landed at Bezdek out on Ariel in the Hurston system. And we're going to do a walkthrough of the M2 itself, and then we're going to try and get some cargo and load up this cargo bay and see what it can haul and take it over to somewhere to sell and go from there. So in the cargo bay you actually have 522 SCU of space, so a little less than what the Caterpillar hauls and quite a bit less than what the C2 hauls. But you can still make a decent profit with filling it up with different commodities and trading them as you see fit. So we're going to take a walk through the ship, and then we'll load this puppy up and see what she's got. So we're going to go ahead and open up this back ramp here. And then we can go all the way to the forward part of the cargo bay, and we can open up this front ramp. Just do it by the panels right here on the walls. And this opens up like a clamshell. And then our ramp will extend out from there. Very, very loud when taking those ramps down. Now, one issue that I have found with the rear ramp is when you're in a station, you pull it and you lower the rear ramp to get in, it can sometimes glitch and not go all the way down to the floor, which will keep you from being able to get on it to come inside the ship. Usually your best bet is using the elevator, which is this right here, and this will take you to the exit of the ship as well as up to the top level where the pilot house is. We also have the service ladder here that will actually take us up to the upper deck as well too. And of course you can see a nice shot of that front turret that the M2 has for self-defense, which is one of the remote turrets that the gunners can handle. But a huge opening that you can stuff full of commodities as you need to. Now, one other glitch I did find, the 2 or 3 times I've brought my Nova Tonk in here to store and take with me. 2 out of the 3 times it has exploded and detonated inside the ship and been unusable. So be careful when you're putting the Tonk in here. It seems to have a little bit more of an issue than it does with the C2. So we're going to jump on this elevator here. We're going to go up to the top deck. Now, one thing with the elevator, the call button is actually right here on the stanchion. It is not lit up right now, but you can highlight over it and it will bring up the call elevator button. So this is going to be your top deck, which is your main deck of the ship. And what we have is we have an auxiliary crew room over here. And this is where you're going to have your drop seats. And you have up to 12 people for drop seats here. The other thing you have here is the armory, which currently right now is glitched. I will not walk in there because if you do, you fall out of the ship, but you can see kind of how the armory is going to be set up with the lockers and the different areas for storage. Currently right now just fully set up with these replace me balls, so lots of balls. And then we can take this door back out to the main deck. I said we can take this door out to the main deck, and then back this way are your components and your drives, and then these are going to be your component lockers. The one on this side does not open yet, but the one on the starboard side does. And we can use these cross walkways over here to come over to this side, and you'll see this little lit up panel here. You can hit that and you can have a view of your components that are in the ship, and those are all right there. And then up this way you're going to see this door on the right, which is your habitation. And in the habitation you have desks as well as three beds for sleeping quarters. And then back out to the main deck, and this comes up and around, and it's definitely got that Crusader design. Now currently right now these doors do not have the ability to lock open. It was in here on the first day, but it was removed with the update to the PTU. Apparently it was causing some glitches and some 30Ks, so they took that option out for right now. Hopefully they'll get it back in here shortly. So this is the bridge of the M2. We have 3 seats. We have your pilot, your co-pilot, and your gunner. And obviously pilot seat has 2 controlled guns, which are going to be the 2 Gatling guns on top, and then you have your co-pilot seat has remote turret access to the 2 rear guns, one top, one below, and then your gunner will have access to the other remote turret that's on the underneath of the nose, and that's all operated from right here in the cockpit. And it is a gorgeous view up here when you're flying this thing. This ship is easy to fly, easy to maneuver, has a VTOL mode that will fold the wings down, and definitely best recommendation is that when you are leaving port or entering a hangar, make sure you have the VTOL mode engaged, because on some stations the wings can be too wide to fit through the doors. Alright, so we'll take the ladder down. Has a self-sealing hatch. Slide down there. Oh, no, don't climb back up. Alright, so let's head on into Bezdek and see what we can load up with. Alright, so we'll just grab whatever Laranite we can. I don't have a whole lot of money left in the PTUs, so we'll just grab what's available. We'll head back out. God, that thing is gorgeous. Alright, so as you can see, this is outfitted with a quantum drive of Pontus, which is a very capable quantum drive. Now, you could actually upgrade that to the TS2, but you're only going to get maybe 10 seconds better quantum drive, so I don't see the point in spending the money on that. The other things that you got on here are going to be your mercury coolers, your super drive power plant, and then of course your full block shield generators. I would mess around with those a little bit, maybe change the power plant over to a Durango, change one of the full blocks over to a Parapet, and the coolers I'd make it 2 chill max to get the maximum cooling. Now weaponry, what you have is you're going to have your Revenant Gatling guns on the top for the pilot control, and those are gimbaled, and they work amazingly. And then your turrets are all outfitted with the M6A cannons. The M6A cannons are definitely good guns, a little bit slower rate of fire. You could definitely improve that by putting some attrition 4s on there, or any other weapon that you feel that you prefer over those cannons. Definitely outfit towards your style. Those M6A cannons are only going to be usable when you have remote turret operators. But the Revenant Gatling guns are great guns to have. If you're going to be flying this by yourself though, definitely you might want to consider some laser repeaters so that you don't have to worry about the running out of ammo. But as you'll see in my HUD, when you are the pilot, you do get your ammo count in the top left corner of your HUD to let you know how it's going. And currently right now I don't have any of the exterior paints, but that is a possibility that that will be coming along in the future. Overall, stock, this thing runs great. So if you like how it handles and feels, you don't really have to change anything. So let's get airborne and let's head on over to Lethan. Alright, there it is, fully loaded. And again, not doing this cargo run to really make a profit, but just to fill the space so you can see what it looks like. And there she is, fully loaded. As you can see, it gives adequate walking space down the sides. You also have the center section to go across to the elevator and all the way to the back. Let's go ahead and close up these doors. And let's head on out. Still has plenty of room for PTVs. Now, key thing with the M2, C2, or any of these Hercules is if they give you a drop-in hangar, you want to make sure that you go into the VTOL mode so that your wings are not wider than the hangar itself. Alright. The control of this ship in atmosphere is phenomenal. You have excellent speed control and adjustment. It reacts quickly and is very easy to fly and very maneuverable for the size that it is, at least. One thing you got to watch is the nose does like to dip down on landing. Set her down nice and easy, and then you can just shut her off. Alright, so that's our walkthrough of the M2, and I hope everybody found it informative and enjoyed it. I personally believe this is an amazing ship. I love this thing. It's easy, it's friendly to fly, very, very easy to control. It's massive, and it's a great all-around, all-purpose ship with great defenses. We'll be doing a more in-depth ship buying guide once it gets launched into the live universe, so keep your eye out for that. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Also get your entries in for May's giveaway, which is going to be the Consolidated Outland Nomad. We'll be awarding that on June 1st to one lucky winner. Just subscribe and comment on any video on YouTube, or follow on Twitch, or do both. Get yourself 2 entries. All of our current subscribers and followers know what to do to get their entries in. But I want to thank everybody for all the support, and if you would like to support the channel, feel free to check out that Patreon, as well as the merch store, as well as our members tab on YouTube. All the proceeds that come in through that go right back into our giveaways to give something back to you guys, and it's greatly appreciated. But we got a lot of great packages out there, so check that out. And if you're looking for an org that you can get together with and do different adventures in the game, check out Amarok's Fang. We're an anti-piracy org, and we have a lot of fun. We stream every Wednesday and Sunday night, so check that out. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. and usually goes for about 4 to 5 hours, and we have a great time. But thank you again for everything and everyone. I appreciate all of you and want to thank you for all the support, and we will catch you next time.